wherever I go, I tell people, students, grandmas, you know, and I'm so happy now because when I play, all the races come to me holding their hearts. They said, "You're taking us back home." I said, "We all are from there, you see." And we have to stop to realize no Africa, no jazz, no blues, no bossa nova, no calypso, no reggae. It's the creation of African people. How they did it, up till now, I don't know. Where did Art Tatum come from? I don't know where these people come from. I just don't know. I'm amazed more now. I'm more amazed with Monk and Coleman Hawkins today than I was yesterday. How could they take these European instruments and do what they did and get their own sound?
As Volney described, all the inhabitants have a bloated face, puffed up eyes, wide nose, and thick lips. I was tempted to attribute it to the climate, but when I visited the Sphinx, its appearance gave me the key to this riddle. On seeing that head, typically Negro in all its features, I remembered the remarkable passage where Herodotus, the 5th century historian, says, "As for me, I judge the Colchians to be a colony of the Egyptians, because, like them, they are black with woolly hair." Volney continues, in other words, the ancient Egyptians were true Negroes of the same type as all native-born Africans. Just think that this race of black men today are slaves, and the object of our scorn is the very race to which we owe our arts, sciences, and even the use of speech. But as profound and culturally fruitful as the great empire of Egypt or Kemet was, there was one greater and even mightier which stretched into the dawn of time, where myth, legend, and history merge as one.
Growing up as a boy, I mean, we loved music before I ever even touched the piano. Music was our way of life, and I grew up in the community of all the nationalities, people from the Caribbean, people from Africa, people from the South, people from Europe, you know, all bringing their cultures, you know. So it was so rich and so wonderful. But music, that was the key. And I can't emphasize too much. It was my mother and father. It was that generation that took us to here, to Ellington, who took us, who would bring the best music in the house. They would bring us spiritual or gospel or blues. And they weren't musicians, you see. So I wanted to find out, how could they know so much about music, never studying music and whatnot. But when you go to the motherland, the people of Africa are music. Music is the first language. It's how we survived slavery. It's how we survived many hardships. During the early 20s and 30s, when they were lynching black people in this country, your skin was no good, your hair, all the stereotype. But it was that music. Whether it was the black church on Sunday, where I had to be there every Sunday with my Virginia mama and that collection. Then during the week, I went with my Caribbean father. Panama, Jamaica, Proud, Marcus Garvey, Africa, all the time, you see. Plus, we would go to calypso dances, we go to Palladium. So, because everybody comes to New York, you know. So it was wonderful because we were just surrounded with music, and there was no separation between the ages. There was no such thing as music for the young, no. In our way of growing up, music was for everybody. When Randy Weston plays the piano, I gotta move a 3-year-old or a 100-year-old. Music is life itself, music. And in ancient tradition, music was just as important, ancient civilization. Music was just as important as science, astronomy, any kind of education. Music was required because music was our first language, our spiritual language. Even up to now, even up to last week, when I go to the piano and I look at that audience, I've been doing that for a while. All the religions are there. All the colors are there. All the ages are there. But we become one people when the music is right.